Jake Paul ain't playing with nobody this time. The energy in his camp is electric, tense, and focused. Every punch, every combination, every sweat drop that hits the mat is part of a mission. He's stepping into the ring with Gervonta Tank Davis. And everyone knows this isn't just another celebrity exhibition. It's a collision between raw ambition and a man built from the very core of boxing's brutal discipline. Jake's been here before, but this time, the tone is different. He's not goofing around for clicks. He's training like a man who understands that one mistake against Tank could end everything. The pads crack louder, the sparring sessions run longer, and even his team whispers about how this might be the hardest he's ever trained. Confidence radiates off him, but beneath that swagger there's a pulse of real tension, because deep down, he knows what he's walking into. On the other side, Tank Davis is all quiet thunder. While Jake posts clips and sound bites, Tank lets his fists do the talking. Every session is a statement, every round a reminder that he's built for war. The gym air thickens when he trains, like everyone's holding their breath watching him strike. There's no joking, no pretending. For Tank, this fight is personal. A YouTuber stepping into his world is more than just spectacle, it's an invasion of sacred ground. This isn't about money for him. It's about pride, about respect, about proving that boxing's heart still beats in the chest of real fighters. When Tank moves, you can feel the danger. His team knows it too. They've seen him in the trenches, fighting men who don't flinch, men who've tried to break him. And every single one of them has fallen. Analysts have started drawing lines between eras, between the entertainment that Jake Paul brings and the legacy that Tank Davis protects. Paulie Malignaggi, never one to bite his tongue, said it best, Jake's fights aren't fake, but they're calculated. He picks opponents who sell tickets, not necessarily those who test his limits. But this time he's facing a real monster, a man who's made a living from breaking others' confidence. Tank doesn't care about YouTube fame or sponsorship deals. He's a fighter from the streets of Baltimore, raised in chaos, refined by struggle, and built to survive pain. He's not stepping into the ring to play the game. He's stepping in to end it. Some call this fight a circus, an exhibition for clicks and pay-per-view buys. Teofimo Lopez even said it's more entertainment than sport, a matchup designed to trend, not to matter. But that doesn't change what's coming when the bell rings. Because no matter how many lights flash, how many hashtags flood the internet, two men still have to stand in the center of the ring and prove something to the world, and to themselves. Jake's got the size, the money, and the confidence. Tank's got the skill, the IQ, and the kind of power that ends nights early. One swing could flip everything. Even Jake's former sparring partners are uneasy. They've seen his grit, but they've also seen what happens when he takes a clean shot. One of them warned publicly, Jake has never faced power like Tank's. He thinks his size gives him an edge, the fighter said. But once Tank lands, that's over. And that's what everyone's wondering. Can Jake handle a punch that's dropped world champions? Can he stay composed when Tank's speed turns the ring into a trap? Meanwhile, Tank carries more than gloves into that ring. Tim Bradley spoke openly about the emotional weight the man shoulders, the pressure of being great in a world that wants to see you fall. Tank grew up surrounded by pain. His parents battled addiction, and he clawed his way out through boxing. That kind of background doesn't just make you strong, it makes you relentless. Bradley said it best. You gotta understand his DNA. Tank isn't fighting Jake Paul the influencer. He's fighting everything that ever tried to hold him back. When you understand that, you understand why this fight feels so much bigger than a spectacle. Still, the business side of the fight tells its own story. Ticket sales haven't matched the buzz, and some critics think people are starting to see through the glitter. The promos, though, are cinematic. Netflix's involvement has turned this into a full-blown global event. Every trailer looks like a blockbuster, every line scripted to make fans believe this is history in the making. But behind the lights, Tank's camp stays locked in. He's not performing, he's preparing. And that difference might be the line between victory and disaster. Commentators watching the face-off noticed something strange: the size difference. Jake towered over Tank, his broad shoulders and reach creating a visual mismatch. But those who understand boxing smiled quietly. Because power doesn't live in size, it lives in precision. Tank's calm expression said everything. I've been here before. He's knocked out men bigger, faster, and louder. Jake's bulk might fill the screen, but Tank's presence fills the room. As the fight approaches, even legends have weighed in. Carl Froch raised concerns about safety, pointing out how dangerous mismatched weight classes can be. He wasn't mocking Jake, he was warning him. He can fight, but not like a professional, Froch said. Against a real boxer, he'll see how different the levels are. His words echoed what boxing purists already believe. The sport is sacred, and stepping into it without earning your place is playing with fire. Inside Tank's circle, though, there's no hesitation. Rising fighter Hermel Moton spoke about how Tank routinely spars with men much heavier than himself. "I've seen him drop heavyweights," he said. "Jake's size won't mean anything." That's the confidence of a team that's seen greatness up close. They don't just believe Tank will win, they expect him to destroy. To them, Jake is just the next name on a growing list of doubters who learned the hard way what happens when you underestimate Davis. And yet, for all the bravado, there's something magnetic about Jake Paul's presence. His critics might mock him, but he's dragged millions of new eyes into boxing. Bruce Carrington even admitted that Jake's fights bring excitement to a generation raised on social media, not sports networks. Whether you love or hate him, Jake makes boxing trend. He makes people argue, watch, and care again. That's why this fight matters. It's old school versus new wave, tradition versus disruption. And no matter how it ends, it's going to change something. Because in that ring, under those lights, it won't be about YouTube or records. It'll be about survival. Two men, two worlds, one truth. Jake Paul believes he's ready to shock the world. Gervonta Davis believes he's about to remind it who really runs this game. And when that bell rings, the talking stops. Because as they say in boxing, everyone's got a plan until they get hit. So, what do you think? Can Jake Paul finally prove he belongs among real fighters? Or will Tank Davis end this debate once and for all with one brutal punch? Drop your predictions below. Who walks out standing when the lights fade? And if you're ready for more deep dives into the fights shaking up the world of boxing, make sure to like this video, subscribe for more breakdowns, and ring that notification bell, because this time we ain't playing with nobody.